So today's video, how to act Shakespeare. So not my normal setup right now, and my camera isn't sideways, but I'm preferring to do it this way. So hope you like it, hope you enjoy it, and if you don't, check out my other videos that don't do videos like this. Anyways, I've been really busy lately. I've been back and forth doing a ton of different things. So it's been tricky trying to set time to be able to do a video for you guys. So I'm recording one here, I'm doing it on my phone. I'm trying to have it be something that's super simple and easy so I can still get information out to you, and you can still learn something and my schedule doesn't affect that. So anyways, I wanted to tell you guys how to act Shakespeare. Now, I'm doing this video because I try to do a lot of different videos on you guys to help for acting. So some things I do is how to act in front of the camera, how to analyze scripts, how to do this, how to do this. Doing Shakespeare is another thing. If you're wanting to be a working actor, sometimes there may be shows going on around you that are doing Shakespeare pieces, and you might want to participate in those, but maybe you don't know how to, you don't know what to do, you don't know what are some of the steps you need to take to act in Shakespeare. So the first thing is it's the obvious thing of knowing what you're saying and knowing your lines. In order to do this, you have to know Shakespeare a little bit more. So in order to do that, you have to study, you have to work, you have to learn, you have to, if you can, read some Shakespeare every day. Spark Notes is a great thing that you can use. You search up any Shakespearean play you want, and then you can look at the actual Shakespeare text, and then you can look at a modern version right next to it, and that'll help you understand what you're reading in your Shakespeare. So you can read the actual text and see how well you do, seeing what you understand, and then you can confirm that information right next to it with how Spark Notes works. If you go to their page, you'll see exactly what I'm saying. But it'll be a great way to try and start understanding a little bit more of Shakespeare. But it's something to do maybe every day if you can. 10 minutes, 15 minutes, it'll improve your Shakespeare a lot for understanding. The next thing, and the main thing I'm wanting to talk about in this video, which applies to Shakespeare but also to modern text as well, is don't put so much judgment on your characters. Don't judge your characters so much, because a lot of what happens is with any text, whether it's Shakespeare or modern, is we go into this thing where we feel like we need to judge the character, where we're reading the script and we're saying, okay, this character says, hey, you come over here, and we say, oh, okay, well, this person's a power, so they're saying, hey, you come over here, in an angry tone. They're agitated to come over here. That's a judgment. It wouldn't be a judgment, it would be a fact if in the script it said, this person says it in this way, or if you say, hey, come over here, and then the other person says, hey, why did you say that so aggressively? Those would be facts saying this is why and this is what you're doing. But it's not a fact when the line says, hey, you come over here, and you interpret it as being, oh, he's saying this in an angry way. Because that's judging the character. It's judging the character to do something when maybe that's not what they're trying to do at all. You want to think about what your character wants, and you can find that through the script, studying the script, studying the scene, studying the play. But when you actually have to say your lines and do something, don't put so much judgment on the characters. If you can, stick with the facts. And that applies to all modern text as well. When you're going through it, stick with the facts in the text. Don't worry about making judgments right off the bat. As you're going through the characters, maybe you can make assumptions, but usually in good writing, all the answers are going to be there for you. Shakespeare's writing is done very well, that if you're wanting to go through and really not find judgment, you can, because there's so much good information that's within the text that you can find, that you can apply into what you're doing. You can find what you want. You know what the character's trying to do because the lines are telling you, they're guiding you to what you're trying to achieve, instead of making a judgment of being, this is what my character's doing, this is how they're acting, this is how they're responding, this is what other people are going to do. Because when you have judgments, it doesn't leave you open to the plethora of other things that can happen. You may tell this person, hey, come over here, and the person you're telling may not come they may just stand there, and then that's going to affect you differently. But if you have a judgment that right when you say come here, that person excuse me, is going to come, that's going to make it a little bit difficult for you. So overall, don't have judgments on the character. Stick with the facts. A judgment is when you say the character says this, so this is what they must mean by it. But a fact is the character says, hey, come here, and the person responds in a certain way saying, hey, why are you saying it like this? Or the script says it. Try to not have judgment when you're doing your work. Things will come out naturally. If you know what you want, if you want the person to come over here and you say, hey, come here, well, you can say that in a ton of different ways. You can say it in an aggressive way to try and get them to come to you, or your tactic in order to get them to come to you may be, hey, come over here. Maybe you're trying to be nice to them. Maybe you're trying to make them feel special when you're saying it. There's a ton of different ways, but you limit yourself when you put a judgment to your character. And when you don't put judgments, it gives you a lot more things to play with. So, hope you guys like this video. It's a Shakespeare one. Hopefully it helps, but I try to make it so it also applies into when you're doing modern work as well. So, I hope you guys have a great day. Go ahead and subscribe to this channel to be up to date with everything, and I'll see you all